Swadikap. Thank you for joining us for the midday edition of NBT World Brief, right here on NBT and NBT World. You're with me, Nat Nakavisut. We begin this afternoon with a developing story from the United States. U.S. President Donald Trump has been evacuated from the stage after a shot was fired at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. U.S. authorities say the situation is now under control following a shooting near a high-profile event attended by President Donald Trump. The United States Secret Service confirms the incident took place close to a security checkpoint linked to the White House Correspondents' Dinner held at the Washington Hilton. One Secret Service officer was injured while on duty, but officials say the injuries were not serious, as the officer was wearing a protective vest. President Trump, First Lady Melania Trump, and all other high-level attendees are reported safe. The suspect, now identified as a 31-year-old man from California, has been taken into custody. Multiple gunshots were heard during the events, prompting security teams to immediately evacuate the president, as well as Vice President J.D. Vance and other senior officials. All attendees were also cleared from the venue as a precaution. Speaking after the incident, President Trump described the shooting as a possible assassination attempt. Earlier, he posted on Truth Social, confirming that he, the First Lady, and his team were safe, and praised the response of the Secret Service and law enforcement. The White House Correspondents' Dinner is now expected to be rescheduled within the next 30 days. Back here in the region, Thailand's Ministry of Commerce is stepping up efforts to expand its fruit exports to China, targeting greater market access and higher import volumes. A delegation led by an advisor to the Commerce Minister, Mrs. Piyanut Wuttisorn, toured the high green wholesale market in Guangxi, alongside the Director General of the Department of International Trade Promotion, Ms. Sunanta Kangwan Kulakit. Discussions were held with Chinese private sector partners on market conditions, challenges, and ways to increase imports of Thai fruit. The talks focused on expanding long-term trade cooperation and improving access for Thai exporters. The delegation also met with operators of China ASEAN Exhibition and trading partners, trading centers in Nanning, seeking support measures such as live streaming sales, cold storage facilities, and dedicated promotional zones for Thai products. In addition, discussions were held with a major local importer to boost shipments and co-organize promotional campaigns. Currently, Thai fruits sold through the company include durian, mangosteen, coconut, and pomelo, with further opportunities being explored through upcoming trade events and business matching activities. In an effort to save energy, the government's roads agency is set to reduce road lighting in low-risk areas from May, aiming to cut down on power consumption while maintaining public safety. The Department of Rural Roads Director General Pichit Hunsiri says the department will begin scaling back electricity use on roads under its supervision, in line with the government's energy-saving measures. The move follows directives from the Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Transport, Pipat Ratchakit Prakan, for all agencies to strictly implement power reduction policies while ensuring safety standards are not compromised. Under the plan, some street lights will be switched off at night in selected low-risk locations starting May the 1st. These low-risk areas are selected based on factors such as low nighttime traffic, absence of dangerous curves or intersections, and no history of repeated accidents. However, lighting will remain fully operational in high-risk areas, including intersections, sharp curves, bridges, densely populated zones, and roads with heavy traffic. The department says lighting schedules will be adjusted depending on local conditions, with ongoing monitoring to assess any safety impact. If risks increase, lighting will be immediately restored. Public communication will also be stepped up to ensure road users are informed. And that wraps up this edition of NBT World Brief. Stay updated with the latest developments right here on NBT and NBT World. For more stories, simply scan the QR code on your screen to access our full coverage across all media platforms. Until next time, สวัสดีครับ